Hey Taurus, welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. I'm going to be doing a soulmate reading for you, but not just like a regular soulmate reading. I want to ask the cards what it is that you should be aware of, what it is that you could potentially work on to call in your future soulmate or to take things between you and your soulmate to the next level. Maybe even if you and your soulmate, somebody that you deem as being your soulmate, are just going through kind of like a rough patch. I want to ask Spirit what it is that you could work on or what you need to be aware of, okay? All right, so for the Taurus, Spirit, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for your energy and your time. Please allow me to deliver a clear and concise message. Should anything negative come up during today's reading, immediately return it to sender. I don't want it on me. I don't want it in my household, and I don't want it on the viewer. Taurus, I'm an adult having an adult conversation with you. All right. So what I need for you to do as you watch this reading is to use your own discernment, your own intuition. You've got your own goals in life and your own experience. Okay. So allow all that to make the decisions for you. I'm a storyteller. Apparently not. And apparently I can't talk. I am supposed to be a storyteller. I am. I'm a vessel, a conduit from spirit to you. So that's where I begin and end in this relationship. But you've got your own back, boo. Let's see though. Let's see what. Oh yeah, I welcome cross watchers. So sometimes the roles can be flipped and turned and reversed. Okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. It is okay if this is not your reading. I've got other readings posted. All this week, all of my readings are this exact same subject matter. So if you are Sun in Taurus and this just isn't resonating for you, look at what your Venus sign is. Look at what your Venus sign is and see if that resonates more for you. All right, let's get to it. For the Taurus, those connecting to a soulmate or want to connect to a soulmate, what is it that they could be doing a little bit differently, working on or be aware of to call in that soulmate or take things to the next level? For the Taurus, please. Perspective. And then it's got a like a black swan on there. Perspective. If you change the way you look at things, you could see everything in a brand new light. That will help you get where you need to be. I get this a lot with you guys, Taurus. So I feel like there is, baby, I'm 43. I had to think about it. I'm 43 years old. Okay. I don't look the same way I did when I was 16. I don't look the same way I did when I was 31. Okay. Life moves and you move with it. And I feel like I'm talking to a collection of Taurans that are, is that what we call you guys? A Taurus collective who sometimes when you look in the mirror, you're just like, wow, I'm not, at my peak anymore. And that's okay. I've had this conversation with you guys so many times. The thing you have to understand about how you view yourself, Taurus, that has to be healthy. That has to be strong. You've got to get to a point. You've got to yearn for so much of a healing with your self-esteem to where when you look at yourself, you're like, it's okay. I may not be a teenager anymore. I may not be in my 20s anymore. But where I am right now is still beautiful. Where I am right now is still beautiful. If you aren't able to get to that point by yourself, then I would definitely say that a perspective change for you might need to be calling in like a coach, a life coach or something like that to help you find that voice to talk nice to yourself, to be nice to yourself. Because what happens is when you're not, you call in people who reflect that into you. So you where your mind goes, energy flows, right? So if you're in a lack mindset about how you look nowadays type thing, then you're going to call in people that are going to continue to make you feel some kind of way about yourself. And you don't want that. You want to get to a point, Taurus, to where it's like, it is what it is. I'm graying. You can't really see it. I wish you could see a little bit more, but I'm weird about gray. So like, let's say you didn't like the idea of graying, or you didn't like the idea of maybe losing your hair, Taurus. Or maybe you're a little bit bigger than you used to be. At the end of the day, there's a box of dye out there. You can go get a good wig. You could go finally cut your hair off. I'm the type of woman you either gonna have no hair or a head full of hair, not in between. And there are a lot of women that are out there like that. For those, if that resonates with you, I just really feel like it is what it is. It is what it is. If you want to change that about yourself, there are things that are available, sciences that are available, personal trainers, so on and so forth, the doctors that are available to help you change that about yourself. But today, right now, Taurus, today, right now, what you gonna do? You gotta learn to love yourself. And then you become more motivated to fix what it is that you feel like you need to fix. I always used to say, because I've got a big schnoz here, right? A big old nose. And it's interesting how big my nose is. I feel like I'm having to get down in the dirty with you guys. It's interesting how big my nose is. I can't even barely breathe out of it. It doesn't function that well. But I used to tell myself, I'm going to get surgery on my nose. I'm going to get surgery on my nose. I don't like my nose. And then it got to a point where it was like, well, if I don't get surgery by the time I'm 30, then that's 30 years of knowing this girl here. Me and this girl been together for 30 years. We're good. And now I'm at the point where it's just like, I like me. It took me a long time to get to the point where I like me. I got big old arms. No matter if I'm super fit or not, my arms are always big and my thighs touch. Marilyn Monroe's thighs touched. And, you know, my big arms, I get really nice muscles. You can't see them right now. They're in there. But I've learned to love myself. And I feel like that's where you need to be, is to learn to love yourself, Taurus. I went on that whole long tangent. If you want to call in a soulmate that respects you, you have to learn how to respect yourself first. Boom. All right. So if you're not already connected to somebody that you think is your soulmate, this is where we part ways. I gave you your message. You go do with it what you will. Before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on that bell notification button. But if I am talking to a collection of Taurus that already has like a feeling that they know who their soulmate is, let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's use these cards. Let's see. How does Taurus's person feel? The person that they feel like is their soulmate. How does Taurus's person feel about the Taurus? Hoping. And look, and there's a whole bunch of sunflowers in this card. They're expecting more to come from this, Taurus. The person that you are connecting to, wondering if they're your soulmate or not, is expecting more to come out of this. And they're expecting more to come out of this June, July, and August. And I get that from the sunflowers on here. Because the sunflowers for me connect very heavily to the sun card. And that is like a summertime card, depending on if you're in the northern hemisphere or not. So between now and August, they're expecting an elevation to happen between the two of you. They really are. They're expecting to walk through the door, maybe walk across a threshold with you, Taurus. Take that for what that, if it resonates, right? But they're leaning heavily on their faith with that. How does a Taurus feel about this person? How does Taurus feel about their person? Foundation. This is somebody that you feel, if you don't already have a family with this person, but this is somebody that you feel strong and sturdy in building a family or continuing on with the family. You feel safe and secure with this person. The only hiccup is you feeling safe and secure within yourself. If you are starting to feel or doubt, like, if you're good enough or whatever for this person, I don't think you have to question that. I really don't. Y'all are honestly looking at similar energies. Although yours is more Tauran. Yours is more like, you know, like house and home and all that stuff. There might be even you having to move in order to make this a reality. I get that because this father figure and this child figure are on the railroad tracks or walking on the railroad tracks. Let's see. What's currently going on in Taurus's person's life right now? What's currently going on? The Page of Cups in the upright. This might be new and you might be a single parent. This might be new and you might be a single parent. Look at this. I said this father and the child on the railroad tracks. Y'all could be in motion trying to figure out where you're going to move. Or you might be trying to move towards this person. But the Page of Cups in the upright, this is telling me that this is almost like a brand new sort of thing. And this person definitely feels an emotional connection towards you. Tell me more about this Page of Cups for Taurus's person. 3 of Swords in the reverse. They've had to, or you've had to recently release something. And it's almost like you're starting fresh. 3 of Swords in the reverse came up. What else is going on in Taurus's person's life right now, please? 5 of Cups in the upright. Maybe they also too lost something. There's a reason why you're coming up as a single parent, whether you're a single parent or not. It could be you single, taking care of your inner child, but I really feel like it's more like a single parent kind of thing. This person knows that you've gone through some shit and they've also gone through some shit as well. The 3 of Swords in the reverse with the 5 of Cups in the upright. It could be that they've lost a family member. 6 of Wands in the reverse. It could be that they lost a job. Either way, they see hope in you. But their inner world has just recently been shook. What about you, Taurus? What's going on in Taurus's life right now? What is going on in Taurus's life right now? The 10 of Swords in the upright and the 9 of Swords in the upright as well with the Justice in the reverse. Holy shnikey, you've been through some shit recently. Like a court case, a court battle or something. For some of you guys, for other of you guys, it's just like you're questioning the cosmos and God and stuff, like, why is this bad stuff happening to me? You know, like, you're like, I'm a good person. I'm generally a stable person. I look out for myself and my own. Why is this bad stuff happening to me? 10 of Swords in the upright, the 9 of Swords. You know what? It didn't come out in this order, but and the Ace of Cups at the bottom. Okay. It didn't come out in this order, but I just got it intuitively that I feel like you went from a lot of sleepless nights to finally saying, maybe it came out. So for some of you guys, you were questioning, why is this happening to me? You're having trouble dealing with the whole everything. And then you went to the 10 of Swords, which is just like, you know what? I'm effing done. I'm just going to figure it out. Okay, it didn't work, right? Like, okay, it didn't work. I wanted things to work, whatever it was that you were dealing with. I wanted things to work. It didn't work. I'm not fucking losing sleep over it anymore. I cussed. If you're new here, I apologize. The Ace of Cups in the upright is you saying, I want a new beginning in love. This is you telling Spirit, I want a new beginning in love. It might have happened during a night of insomnia, a night crying, a night of prayer or something like that. And Spirit heard you and said, okay, here you go. So you might very, very well be connecting to somebody who's gone through a similar past, and that brings you comfort. Both of you guys comfort. You just got to watch out and make sure that there's no trauma bond there. Make sure that you're communicating, that you're still going through your healing, maybe seeing a coach and a therapist to make sure at least you're good, right? That you're not bringing baggage to the table. What is the intention of Taurus's person towards them? The 6 of Wands in the reverse. Y'all might have had like almost like a false start. Like maybe things were maybe you were being very much a Taurus and you were being very careful with this connection. and things were like at a snail's pace. But this person's intention is to continue to discover. Maybe y'all even disconnected from each other for a little bit. Somehow or another, y'all disconnected from each other for a little bit. This could be something that you've known for like a really long time or something, and y'all are like old friends or something. It could be, or friends play a role in this. Like y'all started out as friends, and then maybe y'all disconnected for a little while. Maybe while you were dealing with your stuff, and this person was dealing with their stuff, and then y'all came back together. Because I got all of that, of the Six of Wands in the reverse and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. What intention does Taurus have with this person? What intention does Taurus have with their person? Five of Pentacles in the reverse, the Justice in the reverse, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. You see a future with this person, Taurus, but you already know that you're not quite healed from what you just left behind. Yeah. Like you would be like, I just need to work. I need to take care of me and my kids. I just need to work on that. So what is it that you want out of this connection then? Because you're already seeing this person as a potential soulmate. What is it that you want out of the connection? To move forward, to take things slow, so that you can avoid conflict. To move forward, to take things slow, so that you can avoid conflict. You might actually be watching this person socials or something like that, because you just want to make sure that you're investing into something healthy this time. Six of Swords in the upright is showing me that, again, you might have to move somehow, some way in order to make this happen. Or maybe you might have to move in order to build your own foundation for you and your children or your pets or whatever it is. Because I keep getting this over and over again. The Six of Swords, I always look at this as a mom and a child in the boat, right? But you would want to continue to grow things, but slowly, because you're also working on your own foundation, your own money, your own harvest. You're patiently waiting for some investments that you've had in the recent past to kind of come to fruition. It could be like dropping off resumes at certain places, or not dropping them off, like using like whatever it is that people use to get jobs now, or waiting on some phone calls or something, or waiting on the paperwork to be finalized for something, waiting for the ink to completely dry. But you'd be willing to give to this, but in a very slow and controlled manner, because you don't want to become unbalanced. The Two of Wands in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Though you see something in this person, you're still having a hard time trusting how you feel. What is the most likely outcome between Taurus and this person? What is the most likely outcome? I'll tell you what it says in just a second. What action is Taurus's person planning to take towards them? The Five of Pentacles in the upright. What action is the Taurus planning to take towards their person? The Page of Pentacles. This person doesn't want to take any action towards you, Taurus. It's like they want to see how you invest in this. And you're actually wanting the Pentacle, a lot of Pentacle action here, which is perfect, because that means I'm definitely tapping into your energy. I mean, shoot, you could be tapping into with another Taurus as well. Or April or May, baby. So what are we looking at? Gemini or Aries? But yeah, something like that potentially, right? And this person is they're working on themselves. They're working on themselves right now, and you are also doing that. But you would be willing to open up the line of communication. I also get that you, I don't know, are you like reading a book on like love languages or love, or like how to love after divorce or something like that. I get it with the Page of Pentacles and the upright. The most likely outcome between you and this person is the Temperance card. So when that shows up in a love reading, and then the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, more pentacle energy. Taurus, I'm here for you, boo. You this might be healing as long as you continue to take things slow. Watch how you talk to yourself. Be nice to yourself, Taurus. Okay? Be nice to yourself, because then what will happen is you will attract people that are nice to you. And then this is going to heal you. This is going to be healing for you, for the both of you, as long as you continue to take things slow. All right, I'm repeating myself at this point. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification button. Until next time, Taurus. Love you guys. Hope this helped. Bye.